Welcome back to Norfolk, Nebraska. It's 42-7 Norfolk Catholic, as this game is brought to you by Wills Implement in Plymouth, Norris Public Power District, Beatrice Community Hospital and Health Center, and AgWest Commodities, your marketing partner. Go online at goagwest.com. So ball placed at midfield. They need to get down to the Norfolk Catholic 33. Fillmore Central does. Third down and about 17 here to start the fourth. Stasinis is under center, and then he will pass. He's going deep over the middle of the field, and Cade Cooper couldn't come down with it. Good coverage on the play for Will Brockhouse. Well, Will Brockhouse, just a freshman, has a good future with this team potentially. Still 3 more years to go after this year, and looking to become a state champion if he can win this game and then win a couple Tuesdays from now. Not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. Just the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, which is Tuesday, November 21st. These two teams will be playing in the state championship game in Lincoln, Nebraska. Or excuse me, one of these two teams. So 4th down and 17. They have no reason not to go for it. Ball at midfield, and they got a long way to go. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Stasinis looking and getting pressured as they send blitz. Rolling to his left, he fires down the near sideline, and it is too far out of bounds for Trevor Roach to make the catch. He made the catch, but could not keep his feet in bounds. Incomplete, and it is 1st down and 10 Norfolk Catholic, and now it almost just seems certain that Norfolk Catholic will be making their way to Lincoln for the state championship game. This game is brought to you by Geneva Home Center, Weaver Repair in Geneva, Cornerstone Bank member FDIC, Weaver Pharmacy in downtown Geneva, Geneva Milling Company, Cumberland Fashions in Geneva, Crete Area Medical Center, Wilbur and Friend Medical Clinics, and Smith Auto in Pawnee City. Learn more at smithauto.ne.com. Well, who would have thought that a semifinal game in the state playoffs would have a running clock rule? It's crazy to see. And there's 10:15 to play in the 4th quarter. Here's the handoff quickly up the middle. What a play. Getting in there was the big man, Marky Heinrichs. Once again, got in there. And who else? We've said his name so much. It's Jackson Turner once again. So nowhere to go on that run for Norfolk Catholic, and it's 2nd down and 11 after no gain. Ball at the Knights' 49. They will run this play clock all the way down. You know, there's no doubt about that. They want to run this clock down, too, and move on to the state title game. Still 21 on the play clock. Looks like they might get this playoff a little quicker than they imagined. Callan Marshall, the sophomore QB, flips it out to the left side, running as Will Brockhouse, and he's going to get brought down behind the line of scrimmage once again on that left side. It'll be 3rd down and 12 from the 48. And Fillmore Central's defense starting to figure it out here. It might just be a little too late, though. Trailing by 35 points with 9 minutes to play in the 4th. See Marshall coming over to talk to his coach as he comes back out. Jeff Beller is looking to try and make it to another state championship game as the head coach of the Norfolk Catholic Knights. I just heard a score update. I'll let you know about that score update just after this play. Marshall under center, fakes the handoff, rolling to his left, eludes a tackle, fires to the near sideline, and incomplete. Oliver Daniel had the ball and just dropped it. I think he was thinking about how he could get upfield and try to make a play and just did not make the catch. And it's incomplete. 4th down and 12, and for the first time tonight, we will see the Norfolk Catholic punting unit coming out. Will Brockhouse, the freshman, will punt this one away. This season, they've only had 9 punts. Norfolk Catholic. So it has been not a normal season in terms of the punting game. He's punting from his own 35, and this is a really high snap. It goes over the head of Brockhouse. Here comes Fillmore Central to try to bring him down, and they do at the 21. You know, it might be too little too late, but you know what? Fillmore Central is starting to figure themselves out here. They're going to get the ball at the Norfolk Catholic 22-yard line as we'll take a quick break coming up next on All Red. Welcome back to Ole Red's coverage of playoff football. Trevor Roach had a screen pass and got about 40 yards. Gets down to the 18. It'll be 2nd and 6. This game is brought to you by Miller Sales in Claytonia, Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, Building Tech, your Seco Building Systems builder of Beatrice, and Creative Surfaces, your countertop specialist of Beatrice. 2nd down and 6. Stossinis under center. Play action. Stossinis rolling right. Looking, pressured, going deep. It's intercepted once again by Norfolk Catholic. This time it's at the 8-yard line, and it's picked off on the play. I actually can't quite tell who that is yet, but it is an interception. And it's Gage Yostin who makes the interception. And Norfolk Catholic gets their 2nd interception of the game. And, their 3rd interception of the game. 6 minutes to play now in the 4th, and now you think maybe the Knights could just kind of run out the clock here. They have a ton of field to play with. See what happens. They flip it out, running up the middle and trying to get some blocking as he gets out to the 10-yard line. Nice little run there. So it's going to be 5:38 to go, 42-7. 2nd and 8 here. They're continuing to sub in their backup guys as this game is brought to you by Clausen and Sons Dirtwork of Beatrice, Premier Chevrolet Buick GMC of Beatrice. Discover the premier difference. Sarbuco Insurance in Fairbury and Match Express Food Shop and Oil, your Sinclair gas and diesel stations in Fairbury. 2nd down and 7, another handoff, and oh, what a hit. What a hit by Jackson Turner. Just hit him hard on that play. Wow. Will Brockhouse got the carry and really just did not get anything. Actually lost 2 yards on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Jackson Turner is a senior. He doesn't care if it's a 35-point game. He's going to still hit as hard as he can. I think Brockhouse you could tell he felt that hit. He's getting checked out right now of the game. He's getting subbed out, and you can just tell he felt that one. And when you're a freshman going up against a senior, it's a completely different ball game. 3rd down and 10. Play fake. Getting pressured in the end zone. This could be a safety. It's picked off in the end zone for the touchdown. It could be a safety for Callan Marshall. That ball was deflected as Marshall tried to get it off, and is picked off by Luke Kimbrough in the end zone for the touchdown. This is insane. And you know what's funny? The clock stops. The running clock rule no longer in effect as it goes from a 35-point game, and now it is a 29-point game. Well, we've seen it all. We quite frankly have seen it all. Luke Kimbrough gets technically a pick six, a 0-yard pick six, as the extra point is up and good. 42-14 in favor of Norfolk Catholic. We'll keep it here on Ole Red. That was a crazy play, but a pick six in the end zone for Luke Kimbrough. It's now 42-14 with 4:23 to play in the fourth quarter. I wanted to give you guys at home a little bit of an update that number 3 Ord had a substantial lead over number 10 UTAM in that other semifinal game going on. So right now, from the way it's going, it looks like it might just be a game in a couple Tuesdays from now in the state championship between number 3 Ord and number 1 Norfolk Catholic. So 4:23 to play. Here comes the kickoff for Fillmore Central, their third of the game. This game is brought to you by Husker Rehab in Fairbury, Beatrice, Lincoln, and Nebraska City, Sherbarth Ace Hardware in Fairbury, Star Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Fairbury, Chapel Roofing in Fairbury, Riverside Chevrolet in Fairbury, and Jefferson Community Health and Life in Fairbury. So 1st and 10 with 4:23 to go. 3 timeouts for both teams. I don't see any of them using it. So Ord, I believe, may have just clinched their spot in the championship game. This one's taken and muffed at the 3-yard line. Here's the return now across the 5, up the near sideline across the 15, and going out of bounds at the 19-yard line on a nice return is Danny Collars, the sophomore. So he actually muffed that one at the 5, picked it up at the 2, ended up getting some good yardage there on the return. Kiffin Thielblad makes the tackle Well, Fillmore Central has had an incredible season. It's a real shame that they had to go up against the best team in Class C2 in the semifinals and not the state title game. They wanted to make it to Lincoln. We all know they did. But they've definitely earned their spot here in the semifinals. They had a phenomenal season, and they just had to go up against a really good defending state champion team. Here's a handoff right up the middle and getting about 2 yards as he's putting his head down on the run. It's 2nd down and 8. A nice pickup by Oliver Daniel, the sophomore running back. 5'11", 155 for Oliver Daniel, and he's still got some time to grow as well. Fillmore Central is going to use their first time out, so they might as well do it. Coach Eberhardt, he knows that they might be able to get a few more points on the board. 4 minutes on the dot, 42-14. Norfolk Catholic leading it over Fillmore Central. We'll be right back on All Red. Welcome back to All Red's coverage of Nebraska playoff football. In the semifinals, Ord has already booked their ticket to the state championship game. So the winner of this one will play Ord and Lincoln. Right now, it looks like it's going to be Norfolk Catholic. As they lead by 28, 4 minutes to go. Handing it off to the outside, and look at that tackle on the run by Will Brockhouse. He got nowhere and ends up losing 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 12. Hunter Lukes makes the tackle along with Blake Nunn, both of them seniors, which this Fillmore Central team has a lot of seniors too. They'll have a lot of players leaving this team after this season. Well, Will Brockhouse on his last 2 rushes has been hit hard by that experienced defensive line. First hit taken by Jackson Turner, then was hit hard by Hunter Lukes and Blake Nunn. 3rd down and 12. Will they throw it here with Callan Marshall? Well, they might have gotten Fillmore Central to jump. I think they did over on that left side of the D-line. I believe jumping on the play was Carlos Andujo Lopez, the senior. And it's offside, so they'll move up 5 yards from 3rd and 12 to 3rd and 7. And now they'll have a pretty manageable 3rd down coming up here. So actually, 3 penalties for Norfolk Catholic. That's only the 2nd penalty of the game, or excuse me, the 3rd penalty of the game for Fillmore Central. So 6 penalties each, or 6 penalties in total, 3 each. Under center is Marshall, quarterback, handing it off and running up the middle and finding some space, getting across the 30, down to the 31, which is enough to move the chains. It's 8 yards on the carry. Nice carry on the play. Looks like it's Caden Nutzman, the freshman, making a nice first down carry of 8 yards here in the semifinals. They'll definitely be playing in the state championship game, and I'm sure that Nutzman will be wanting to have an opportunity to play in that game too in Lincoln in Memorial Stadium. Under center again, handing it off again, this time to the first man in the line instead of the second man. There's a nice carry on the play by Oliver Daniel. Once again, he's able to get about 4 yards to the 35 where they were at the 31. This game is brought to you by Members Owned Credit Union in Beatrice and Lincoln, Geneva Home Center, Weaver Repair in Geneva, Cornerstone Bank, member FDIC, and Weaver Pharmacy in downtown Geneva. 2:15 to play in the 4th. Under center here is Marshall. He's going to hand it off to his running back, and he's able to power forward, and there's going to be a late flag on this play. I think it's going to go on Fillmore Central. I think there's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty here on Carlos Andujo Lopez. So it would have been a 3rd down and about 3. Instead, it's going to be a 1st down. I didn't see what happened exactly, but I definitely heard the fans upset about something when the flag came in. So they would have had the ball at about the 40. Now they have the ball across midfield at the Fillmore Central 47-yard line with 2:02 to play and the clock running with a 28-point lead. Marshall under center, hands it off around the left side and getting some space as Nutzman is able to pick up about 4 yards inside the 45 to the 44. It's 2nd down and 6. Well, what a season for Fillmore Central. They're going to fall short of the state title game tonight. But this group of seniors, these upperclassmen, certainly giving the underclassmen something to look at for some future years for Fillmore Central football, something to kind of base their game off of, base their team chemistry, their play, the hard work they put in the weight room and off the field. And you know this team's going to be coming back for more in the next few years. Running out to the left side and getting some space across the 40, across the 30, and push out of bounds inside the 30 at the 27 is a nice run there on the play. And there's also a flag as a nice run here by Brockhouse. There's also a flag on the play that came in late. This actually in the vicinity of holding, too. So this actually might be holding on Norfolk Catholic. Well, heading into the state championship game, some of these penalties will hurt you a lot when you're playing Ord in the state championship. So Norfolk Catholic came into this game with just 2.2 penalties per game. But now they have 5 penalties tonight. Not normal and not typical for them, but they are playing against teams that are better than some teams that they play in the regular season. So Ord is in the state championship. Norfolk Catholic will be there in about 53 seconds. Handoff up the middle again. Big hit on that play by Joey Stoner, the freshman. He'll have 3 more years of Fillmore Central as well. It's going to be 3rd down and 9, and you got to think there will be no timeout coming here with 35 seconds to go. Norfolk Catholic will be playing in the state championship game against Ord, a team they beat 31-14 in week 2 of the season. It will be number 3 versus number 1. And Norfolk Catholic is going to be going back to their their 3rd straight state championship game appearance. Here's a handoff on the final play of the game. It's a pickup of about 6 yards, and that is it. 9 seconds to go. The Norfolk Catholic Knights, with no doubt left in anybody's mind tonight, have clinched their ticket to their 3rd straight state championship game. They lost in 2021 in the state championship game. Lost that game to Archbishop Bergen, 49-20. They haven't lost a game in 714 days, and that trend continues through tonight as they make it to their 3rd straight state title game. They want to win it again. They won the state title last year. They're looking to win it again. They dominate Fillmore Central 42-14. We'll take one more break and bring it back for our post-game show presented by Carlson Irrigation, your local Ranky dealer in Chico. We'll be right back on All Red.